The Greene Grind today would like to take this time to honor somebody who passed yesterday afternoon. Miss Erica Lucas, the wife of Coach Reggie Lucas of Wake Forest High School football program, passed yesterday, and the Greene Grind would like to send our condolences out to the family. Miss Erica Lucas was a former PE teacher and the principal at Roosevelt High School. Over the past years, she was a community would definitely miss her in the area that she was an advocate attendee of football, basketball, and baseball games, and meant so much to the entire Roseville Wake Forest community.
And again, the Greene Grind would like to send our condolences to the Lucas family, to their friends, to the Wake Forest and Roseville community.
Here we go.
All right, we back.
We back, week 4, Daryl. I am ready for week 4. And one thing about week 4, you start to see some teams separate themselves.
Yeah, that's what we talked about all the time. This time of the season is when you start to see that separation going on. And we had some good games last week.
Had some good games because week 4 means it is the last week of non-conference football for a lot of teams.
Yep.
And conference football starts next week. Now, there are some teams in that 8A that still got maybe 2 more non-conference games before they get going, but it's the last week of non-conference football before you start playing them games.
Before you're playing,
them teams that you got,
That's it.
That's what's start playing with that trophy, that conference.
Right, but before we can even do that, we got to go rewind to some games from last week.
We definitely do, and the first one we got to go to was the Grit and Grind.
Prime time.
Game of the week, down in the jungle, first time in the jungle, and it was a Greene Central win, 30-8. WPA.
Yeah, they came out.
Ready to play.
They was ready to play, but
Greene Central.
I'm saying Greene Central came out ready to play too. And it started for Greene Central, number 0, Cobb. Came in, had 147 yards in this game.
Yes.
He was averaging 7 yards per carry in this game for them.
And if you were WPA, Daryl, it just seems like everything you hit Greene Central with, they were just able to find a way to stop it.
Yeah.
You had a good drive in that first half, around the second quarter, good drive.
Right.
And the next thing you know, Greene Central was able to stop it.
And the thing was, on defense for Greene Central, you had number 12, Nick Avent, had 15 solo tackles in this game.
Right.
He was all over the field for Greene Central. He made big-time plays, and that was a big reason, unfortunately, for WPA not to be able to get into the end zone.
And if you're WPA, you have had a tough non-conference. I don't know if non-conference schedule has been harder, WPA or Nash Central.
Right.
Both of them have the 2 hardest tough non-conference schedules. But if you're WPA, you got 1 more game in non-conference, then you get in conference play, and things can start to be different.
Definitely can start to be different. Again, WPA with their players like Usher, Nelson on offense, and then defense-wise, you had Zalik, and so forth, Reggie, Holmes, Davis. Those guys stepped up and made plays for them on the defensive side of the ball, but it just wasn't enough. Because Greene Central was taking care of business.
Greene Central was taking care of business. It was a good game right there. And if you're WPA, you walk out of this game saying, okay, it's some things we got to fix. Now, what I always say about non-conference, it's kind of like the dress rehearsal. When we get in the conference play, you in the real show.
Yeah.
So this was the dress rehearsal again for WPA, 1 more non-conference game. But Daryl, before we go to talking about the rest of this game, we got to hear from the Grit and Grind, Primetime, Friday night players of the game. Welcome back to the Grit and Grind. It's time for the Friday night Primetime Grit and Grind players of the week. We got with us Kyle and Avent. Congratulations, young men, on being tonight's Grit and Grind player of the game. Kyle, I was watching you being the room. Well, first of all, tell me, what does the chain mean first?
Well, it just represent the county, man. Greene Central.
Represent Greene Central.
Yes, sir.
Now, I was watching you the whole night playing running back, and I mean, you were all over the field. Every time WPA felt like they was trying to stop the defense, maybe go 4 and out, you would just bust for a big run. Just tell me, what was your mindset going into this game tonight?
My mindset was, well, people doubt us, but hey, I got a great offensive line in front of me, and that's the only people I can give my credit to, my linemen.
Got to give a shout out to those big linemen.
And Avery, on the defensive side of the ball, y'all was just playing lights out. I mean, you knocked down a couple passes, sacked quarterback a couple times. What was that mindset this week in practice that y'all had coming into this game?
We just wanted to be physical and fast, and we knew they'd be a bigger team than us. So if we just played as physical as we possibly could, that we knew we could outplay them.
Avon and Kyle, we want to thank y'all for being tonight's Grit and Grind Friday night primetime pleasant game, and congratulations, much success on the season, young man.
Yes, sir.
Daryl, we just heard about our primetime game of the week, players of the game right there. Cobb and Avon, both of them were just all over the field on offense and defense. But I've been waiting for this right here.
Okay.
Because some people saw this interview already on the Instagram.
Right.
Some people have not. Let's go hear what the winning coach, Coach Wilson of Greene Central, had to say about his Rams getting a very hard win in Wilson Prep. Welcome back to the Grit and Grind. And with us tonight, we have the winning coach, Coach Wilson. Congratulations on a hard fight win.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
38 to get a hard win in WPA is a hard place.
Yes, sir.
My first question I got, Coach, is I saw this shovel when you came out tonight, and I didn't know we were going to do some digging or what. So please tell the fans of Grit and Grind, what does this shovel mean for the Greene Central Rams?
Well, I'm a history teacher. I don't know if I got to grab this or not, but I'm a history teacher by trade. Okay. And so one of my favorite periods was World War I and World War II.
Okay.
So all the soldiers back then had to carry their own shovel in their backpack, and when you advanced across enemy lines, you dug your trench. Okay. And once you dug your trench, you never retreated or surrendered, and you never went back. So I tell my guys all the time, when we go on the road, when we're home, we're digging our trench in, we're setting our line, and we're never going to retreat or surrender from that. So that's what it's about.
All right, Coach. And what I want to ask you, as far as this week preparing for this game, what was it, the mindset that you had the guys paying for as far as coming into this game?
We knew that they were going to probably be the best group of athletes that we had seen. The quarterback was dynamic. They got guys on the outside. They got them two big old monsters, as far as the tackles. And, we watched them on film, get on some guys. And so we knew, that so in some cases we could match up with them, but we had to use our assets. And one of our assets was speed, getting to the ball carrier, trying to get him down. And we planned for it, and they were still able to escape. Quarterback was still able to make some plays. But, we were able to dig in when it mattered most and keep him out the end zone, except for that last, at the end of the second half.
Okay.
Coach, next week you got North Pitt, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Time to get back for preparation. Any mental notes going in for next week's game?
I mean, North Pitt been in our conference for the last, 4 years or whatever, so this is the first year they're not in the conference. So we know them really well. I know CJ, Coach Wilson. I know his players are going to be tough. They're going to be prepared. They're going to try and come over to our house and get the victory. A couple years ago, they were undefeated, and they came over, and we took the undefeated away. Okay. So I'm sure he's got that in his mind, to get back. So the guys, we're going to heal up. We're going to do the mental stuff, and then be ready to go.
Well, Coach, we want to thank you for being tonight's Grit and Grind player, coach of the game. See, you got the cleats on. He ready to play. He got the cleats. Put him in the game, Coach. He ready to go. Back to the studio, watching the Grit and Grind. Daryl,
He was ready to go.
put me in the game, Coach. I'm ready to play. I'm ready to play. Coach Wilson was ready to go, and there's two things I got to say. I left my shovel in the car.
Oh, okay.
I meant to bring my shovel in because I told Coach Wilson I would have a shovel on this set going forward because he said, like they did in World War I and II, you got to dig that tree.
You got to dig, and that's what they was able to do.
That's what they were able to do.
And Greene Central was able to come out with that big win. And so shout out to Greene Central and their fan base. And also we want to give a shout out to the media out there, News Sports, that covers Greene Central and other teams in that area. So we just want to give them a shout out as well.
And Greene Central fan base, we want to let you know the Greene Central helmet will be on this show probably next week. We already lined up with Coach Wilson. We're getting things lined up to come down there and pick it up. So Greene Central, you asked for it, you got it. The round helmet is coming on the Grit and Grind. We are getting ready to hop into a commercial break, and we'll be back to find out who was this week's Coach Marlon Lee Grit and Grind Player of the Week.
I was a quarterback at Hardaway High School, college first-round draft pick. On and off the field, we were taught to not show any signs of weakness. During the football season, I would stop eating, but I didn't know I was depressed. I thought that something was wrong with me. For 20-plus years was physical. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father, as a man, and as a husband. Put the importance on your mental health. I'm not scared to talk about it anymore. The first tool is therapy. The second one is positive self-talk. And then journaling, putting your thoughts on paper. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
Now back back to the Greene Grind!
We would like to thank the Wilson Prep Academy Tiger Pride Cheerleaders for bringing us back. But it's time to find out who was this week's Coach Marlon Lee Grit and Grind Player of the Week. Daryl, who was the Grit Player of the Week?
Shawn, this week's Grit Player is coming out of Raleigh, North Carolina. It is Keyshawn Elzer from the Southeast Raleigh Bulldogs, number 11. He's a defensive end, and the Bulldogs defensive end is a straight-up problem on the field. He's made up 25 tackles in just 3 games. He's relentless, he's tough, and he's unstoppable. And he's that type of defensive player that you want on the field when you need a play to be made. And so again, Shawn, this week's Grit player is going to be Keyshawn Elzer from Southeast Raleigh. Shawn, who's that grind player of the week?
The grind player this week comes no other than out of the Bird of Louisburg. It is DeAndre Allen, number 21, halfback linebacker. Over the past game, he was able to help the Bird of Louisburg Warriors beat Southeast Halifax 31-14. He had 12 carries for 137 yards, and he had scored 2 touchdowns. DeAndre has been one of those type of running backs that you can just always depend on. And Daryl, you know what we always say about the Bird? Coach Ladison always can find a running back.
Always.
He just knows how to go in that depth chart and find a good running back to keep that Louisburg offense going. We want to congratulate DeAndre Allen of Louisburg and Keyshawn Elzer out of Southeast Raleigh for being this week's Coach Marlon Lee Grit and Grind Player of the Week. We are getting ready to go to a commercial break, and we'll be back for the Grit and Grind marquee game and that Grit and Grind Primetime Game of the Week. You are watching the Grit and Grind on Studio 67 NCC.
You're watching Grit and Grind on Studio 67. Go Red!
There I was, 16, divorced, remarried with a baby, another on the way, and I could barely read or write. Getting my high school diploma was a catalyst I needed. Now I have a bachelor's and master's, and I became a teacher. When I look at all these success stories, I could not help but think it all started by getting my high school diploma.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Welcome back to the Grit and Grind. But Daryl, before we get to the marquee games of the week,
we
got
to do
segments. I'm
trying
trying to get my notes together over here because we got a little new segment. So you know me getting all the stuff together, get the notes together. It's time to hear from the Grit and Grind Players Corner, where this week we had a chance to go catch up with Luke Faulkner, senior running back and linebacker for the Southern Nash Firebirds. Let's go see what Luke had to talk about on the Grit and Grind Players Corner. Welcome to the Grit and Grinds Players Corners. And Daryl, we have a great student athlete from Southern Nash, senior running back linebacker Luke Faulkner. Everybody in Nash County knows his name. He's been one of those kids on that Southern Nash team that's just been making a dynamic impact season in, season out. Luke, welcome to the Players Corner and the first student athlete to come out of Players Corner. So congratulations.
Congratulations. Glad to be here. Thank you, guys.
Luke, as we said, we're going to have some fun right here because we want a lot of our people who watch Grit and Grind. They know Luke Faulkner, the guy on Friday night playing under the lights, making tackles, making deep runs, covering that defense, getting everybody in their places. But a lot of our people don't know the Luke Faulkner outside of school, the student that just likes to have fun and be a true kid, the student. So, Luke, my first question I want to ask you is, if you're not playing football on Friday night and you're not watching film, you're not in the weight room, you're not studying for a big test for class in Southern Nash, what is Luke doing besides on the outside if he's not doing football and school-related work?
There's about 3 big things I'll do.
Okay.
I play guitar.
Nice. Basically.
Yes, sir. I like to love to fish.
Okay.
And I like to build Legos.
Nice. Now you say guitar, bass or acoustic?
Acoustic.
Nice.
That's all right. Well, I'm going to ask you a football question. So as far as the coaching staff at Southern Nash, how have they pushed you to be a better player on the field and also off the field?
So all the coaches do a very good job of pushing us to be not only the best player, but the best person. You know, we had a quote from Coach Batchelor. He says he wants to make us the best brothers, husbands, fathers, and sons that we can be.
That's right.
Know, they want us to be good humans. They want us to be polite, you know, all those good things.
Luke, another football question. As years has progressed from your freshman year to your senior year, what's some big strides you see just not only on the field, but just in life that you have made out there on the field that you think you've gotten better at?
I think being able to break down offenses and know how to attack certain offensive schemes by watching film, studying in practice, having game-like reps in practice, going against the scout team. Really just I've noticed I played a lot faster, be quicker to the ball. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, I got a question from last week's game. It was a close game, back and forth, and y'all was able to pull it out. What was the biggest thing on the defensive side of the ball that y'all was able to accomplish to get that win?
It was really just to do what we were coached to do. We did what we were coached to do. We were able to focus in as a team and make stops. If everybody did their own job and not try to do somebody else's job, then we made it work.
Luke, last one for you before we get ready to leave the players' corner right here. So you said you like to fish. Are you a freshwater fisher or a saltwater fisher?
Freshwater.
Nice, bass guy, bass real guy.
Bass guy.
Nice. Well, Luke, we appreciate you coming by the Grit and Grind Players Corner today, hanging out with me and Daryl on the Grit and Grind Day. We look forward to seeing you guys. We'll be coming down to Southern Nash in a few weeks to watch the Firebirds play football. Best of luck to you and the team, Luke, on the remainder of the season.
Thank you guys for having me.
Daryl, we just heard from Luke Faulkner.
Hey, Southern Nash pride right there.
That's it. Senior running back and linebacker. And found out Luke's an avid fisher.
Yeah, definitely.
I gotta go out and throw that rod with him.
Is that what you got?
I gotta go out and throw that rod. I throw that rod a little bit. I gotta see what he can do out there on that ball one day. Get him out there and see what he got.
I hear you.
Daryl, before this, we got a big game coming up in Southeast Raleigh.
Oh yeah, big time.
You got the 3-0 Crusaders of Cardinal Gibbons coming in, taking the short bus ride across town. Well, not town, across the city of Raleigh. City of Oaks,
right,
to play the 3-0 Southeast Raleigh Bulldogs, who, if you ask anybody, and we talked about this the other day,
talked about
Southeast probably had one of their best starts they had in a long time.
In a long time. Definitely a long time.
I'm the road team this week.
You're the road team, so
I'm Cardinal Gibbons.
I got to take that about them.
We don't take average bus say Cardinal Gibbons. We got a little special bus, a little tour bus.
A little tour bus. Oh, okay.
Crusader tour bus, what we taking. Right. Big game right here, 9-1-9. 3-0 Cardinal Gibbons. They have done a lot in this non-conference schedule. They went to Greensboro and beat Dudley 34-6. Then they hosted Maury out of Norfolk, Virginia in their house week 2. Close game. And this Murray team, I looked them up in Norfolk, Virginia. They're the real deal. They're the real deal. No slouch. Beat them 24-20. Then last week they hosted Southern Durham. Beat them 35-3. Dudley's 0-3. Murray is 1-1. Southern Durham's 1-2. All three of those teams they beat were playoff teams.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I remember last year, those was playoff teams.
Playoff teams they had to beat. Cardinal Gibbons has 2 more non-conference games before they get into conference play. Because like we said about the 8A, they're going to play 2 more conference games. They got 2 more tough non-conference games. They got Mallard Creek up there in Charlotte.
That's going to be a big-time challenge for them.
Ambassador Christian School, another one of those schools out of Huntersville. This Huntersville, North Carolina's 2-1. Cardinal Gibbons is good in this game, but here are the keys to victory for the Crusaders in this game. Before you tell me about the Bulldogs. Play Crusader football. You've been playing it for years. You know your style of football. Play that. Biggest thing, you're going to Southeast Raleigh. They're going to pack the house.
That's what they're going to say.
Big game.
It's a big game. They're going to pack the house. It is.
Everybody's coming.
And Southeast Raleigh's coming to this game 3-0. And they beat a good in-load team, 50-21. Dudley, 31-6. And then East Wake last week, 52-7. Their defense have just really stepped up for them.
That's what makes them scary.
That's very scary because you got kids like Harden, Stanley, Miller, Heave, Heems, and then Keyshawn, your grit player of the week. Those guys have been playing some great defense. This is, like you said, one of the best teams Southeast Raleigh's had in a long time.
They haven't had a run like this in a long time.
And coming into this game, this is what you want to be able to do. Offense-wise, Powell, their quarterback's thrown for over 700 yards, 8 touchdowns so far this season. 2 running backs in Freeman and Hamilton, both over 200 yards rushing. So those guys know how to win.
They know how to win.
But this is a big-time game because
it's Cardinal Gibbons.
It's Cardinal Gibbons. Records have showed they have not beaten Cardinal Gibbons.
They have not beaten them.
So this is a big challenge if you're Southeast Raleigh. Keys to this win for me, again, defense-wise, put pressure on the quarterback
Yes.
up front. Can't let him throw the ball all over the field because he can get loose and he can get going.
He get moving.
It is over. Then after that, start fast if you're Southeast Raleigh.
You
wanna
got to start fast.
no huddle offense, and hurry up. Just hurry up offense.
Keep them on the toes.
That's it. And if you could do those games, you got a good chance of winning. But I got to pick in this game.
I got to pick in this game. Like I said, this is a big game in the 919 for both of these schools. Cardinal Gibbons got a tough test.
Man, big time test.
Now it's time for the grit and grind.
Prime time.
Game of the week. But before we can jump into the grit and grind primetime game of the week, we got to go hear from our good friend, Daryl, Coach Darren McLaurin.
Oh, yeah.
Out of the 71st, head coach of the 71st Falcons. Let's go hear from Coach McLaurin in the Grit and Grind's Coaches Corner. Welcome back to the Grit and Grind Coaches Corner. With us this week, we got our good friend, Coach McLaurin, head coach of the 71st Falcons out of 71st in Fayetteville. Coach McLaurin, welcome back to the Grit and Grind Coaches Corner, sir.
Man, I appreciate it, fellas. Thank you for having me.
Coach, big game this week with Hoke County, but before we preview that, just want to talk about the past games, Coach. You're 2-1. Looks like the team is playing good right now, and we've been watching them keeping up with 71st. What's some of the strides you've seen them make from week 1 to last week's win?
Well, I mean, I think they learned a valuable lesson week 1 as a team. We had some issues that we needed to resolve internally that resulted in us not being able to put our best foot forward and not be able to put our best guys out there on the field. This is a program, and we instill discipline and accountability in our program, and those that don't do what they're supposed to do, they needed to understand that not complying to the rules and doing the things the right way, man, have an effect on the team as a group. And they were able to see that. And I think we've learned from that, and we're going to be able to move forward from that. We've been pretty decent the last couple of weeks, but you're never the same team at the end that you are and that you start out. And, we're just trying to get better every week. Just go 1-0 every week.
All right. That's good. And, Coach, as far as, like you were just saying, as far as getting the players focused and stuff like that, what are some of the things that you have done on the field and off the field to help them get to that point?
Well, accountability is big in this program. That's something I feel like is sorely lacking in a lot of youth today. Consequences and things of that nature are a part of life. And making sure these kids understand that tradition never graduates. And it's on these seniors to step up and assume the role, because leadership drives the culture of your program. And these kids need to understand that. We've had a lot of success these last few years, man. But, here, this particular group here is different, and, winning is not just something that just happens. You got to put a lot of work into it. And, you go from riding the bus to actually being somebody that's driving the bus.
Yeah.
And that takes a big difference. That takes a big difference in guys stepping up in positions that they may not have as much experience in. And, we dealt with that early on, but I think we got it fixed.
Coach, getting ready for the big game on Friday night, the Grit and Grind, Battle of I-95 between Hoke County and 71st. Just how you getting you guys prepared for the Friday night game leading up to this Friday night?
Well, I mean, man, they're all big, all of them, especially when you lose one. And, because we've had the success that we've had, anytime we don't play well or we lose a game. So, going into this game, it's always about us. We're playing the other team, of course, but, if we limit our mistakes and play up to our potential, it's not about the other team at all. It's just about us showing up, doing the things we practice to do, being able to follow directions and follow the game plan. But, of course, with us both sharing Rayford Road,
Yeah. That's 4-1.
Clearly a rivalry. It's always, man, even back when I was a young man going to school here at 71st. And it's going to always be. They have some athletes, and they are capable. They're very capable of giving us everything that we need to have out there in a football game. So we definitely going to practice. We definitely got to practice hard and be prepared and make sure we're ready to play.
Well, Coach, we look forward to seeing you on Friday night at 71st for the Grit and Grind Battle by 95. We're going to change to the Battle Rayford Road, Battle 4-1 right here on Friday night for the primetime game of the week. Best luck to you, Coach. We'll see you Friday night.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it.
Daryl?
Yeah, you heard it.
You heard it,
Yeah.
man. But we got to make some corrections because, we said.
What?
Battle I-95.
That's what we thought.
We don't know Cumberland County. We don't know Hoke County.
Right.
We don't know.
Finding out.
We learned it. We learned it.
So we're going to change this next year to 4.
Battle for US 4-1.
US 4-1.
That's what it's going to be. And for the trophy, we're going to get that. Just for this game, we're going to get that changed on trophy.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're going to have it right.
Oh, yeah. We
definitely.
Yeah, it's big time down that way.
Big time game right for both teams. There are 1-1 Hoke County, the Fighting Bucks, coming down Raper Road, as Coach McLaurin said, 30-minute drive to play the 2-1 71st Falcons. If you're 71st, you're defending your home turf.
Right.
Tell me what I need to do if I'm 71st. Because
if you're 71st,
I want to win this game. I want to win this trophy.
It's just like what Coach McLaurin is saying. It starts with them.
Right.
Is them being able to do what they do best.
That's
worry about yourself, do your job, play your game.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say this: listen.
Say that again.
I'm gonna say it one more time. Listen.
That's the key.
To your coaches.
That's the key.
If you could do those things, get in position to make plays, these coaches are gonna have you there. And so for 71st, I think that's the biggest thing that going into this game. You want to be able to just do your job, play your game, and you're playing at home. The environment's going to be big.
It's going to be big.
Playing against a rival. So everybody gets a chance to shine. So I think this is the biggest thing that they need to be able to do if you're 71st. But if you're Hoke County, what are you looking at to come into this game?
You got a lot to do. When Dr. Small sends his regards to the Grit and Grind, the fan base of Grit and Grind, he was unable to do an interview with us due to his scheduling conflict, our scheduling conflict. We just couldn't work. But Dr. Smalls, head coach of Hoke County, definitely said he'll be coming by the Grit and Grind this season to drop in the coach's corner. But if you are Dr. Smalls, and I'm the head coach, I'm going to tell you Dr. Smalls' spot right here. Dr. Smalls, let me borrow your spot for 1 minute if you don't mind. I didn't bring my hat, so I can't be coach out. I look for my hat, my pencil. I ain't got my pencil in my hat. I meant to bring it. But if I'm Hoke County, I got a lot of things I got to look at going into this game because this is a big rivalry. Number one, you got to think about this right here. And this is what I would tell the guys in the locker room Friday before we pull off on their activity bus. You know all it is to know about football.
Right.
So let's don't even go down that road. I don't have to teach you football. I've done that in summer and spring OTAs. That's what I've done. So we don't need to go down that road. But to beat 71st, you gotta have some things go your way. You're gonna have a laundry list of things that got to be on your side. Because you're going down and we gotta get back to the basics. Because we're going to 71st. I say, guys, young ladies, we gotta get back to the basics of football. Because 71st always gonna have some D1, D2, and D3 prospects on their team. It's 71st. They're gonna have that. But the first thing I'm gonna tell them, Daryl, is guess what?
What's that?
Control the clock.
Yes.
High school football.
Speaking of that,
go ahead.
We was at that game last year, and in that first half, that's what
they controlled the clock.
Able to do was control the clock.
And what I always say, they played a great first half. Just the second half, things didn't go their way. High school football, there is all about tempo.
Right.
A lot of coaches know that's the key. It's 5 teams around here that I see when they get that clock going, they get that tempo going. They hard to beat. 71st, Northern Nash, Southern Nash, Warren County, Tarboro.
Those are some
It's a few other ones out there, but then the first 5 that come to my mind. They love to control that clock and they love to get that tempo going on their side.
Right.
And the next thing I would tell my team if I'm Dr. Smalls, I'm the head coach of Hoke County, guess what, Daryl? I'm coming off a bye week.
I mean, you've had time to prepare for this game.
Tell me.
You've had time to just analyze everything.
Tell me.
Know what you need to do.
Everything.
And so Hoke County's coming into a good position.
That's another thing on their side there. And guess what? I'm not only coming off a bye.
Right.
I'm coming off winning the game to go to the bye week. So do you know how easy it is when I used to coach? I used to always tell my players, when we can win the game before we go into the bye, it makes it easier the next week to practice because everybody's on a good high and we're going good. We won a good game. Next thing I'm doing, Dallas, guess what? I got to make 71st second guess themselves. I got to discover some schemes. I got to draw up some schemes and plays to make them start thinking, okay, what are we doing on defense? Are we sending this linebacker? Are we sending the cornerback? Are we blitzing the safety? That's the stuff I got to do. I got to draw some schemes of offense so they can say, okay, what we lined up? We got 3 wide to the left. We got 3 wide to the right. We got 3 running backs. We're going to run the Tarboro T. We're going to run the wishbone. I got to have some schemes so that I can catch 71st
That's a lot of schemes going on.
Oh, man, I'm coaching now. I'm coaching
you got
now.
a lot of schemes.
I done go back in the coach mind. That's what I got to do. But the biggest thing I got to do in this game.
What's that?
And I want to talk to the Hoke County football team. Hoke County, turn up your smartphone, tablet, computer, laptop, TV, however you watch the Grit and Grind. I'm talking to the Hoke County kids.
Mm-hmm.
The question you got to ask yourself, because I can't answer this question. Only they can answer
What's
this
the
question.
question?
Can you weather the storm?
That's it.
71st.
That's it.
Is going to be guaranteed one big play. That's 71st football. Whether it's a big touchdown run or a big touchdown pass
And that's what it
or
was
a defensive
last
score.
year. Yep.
Can we weather the storm when we go through this and they score that big play? Can we come back and match that intensity? That's the keys to victory right there.
And we'll find that out Friday night.
We're going to find out because if I'm Hoke County, this is what I want y'all to do. You got to have a good practice on Thursday.
Right.
And then you got to come on Friday school, get all your class work out the way, get all those pop quizzes that the teacher's going to have, all the tests out the way.
And have what? Have your mind on what?
I got to go what Coach Donnie say. Coach Donnie, I'm giving a shout out. He watching right now. I need to get Coach Donnie to record it so we can hit the button to play. Get your mind on football. Get your mind, give it to me one more time. Get your mind on football. That's what Hoke County is going to have to do because you got a lot of things in your favor going into this game. But it's 71st.
It is still 71st. But we got to pick on this.
We got to pick on this.
But we got to wait.
We got to wait for the quick picks. We're getting ready to go to a commercial break, and we'll be back for everybody's favorite segment, the Grit and Grind quick picks. Also, to see who our guest picker this week was for the Grit and Grind. Prime time. Game of the week. You're watching Grit and Grind on Studio 67 NCC.
At Hardaway High School, college first round draft pick, on and off the field. We were taught to not show any signs of weakness. During the football season, I would stop eating. But I didn't know I was depressed. I thought that something was wrong with me. For 20 plus years was physical. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father, as a man, and as a husband. Put the importance on your mental health. I'm not scared to talk about it anymore. The first tool is therapy. The second one is positive self-talk. And then journaling, putting your thoughts on paper. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
I got you.
You got me.
That two-stepping.
He got me. Y'all know what that was. That was the Jerusalem slide.
Up there two-stepping.
That Jerusalem slide.
Shout out to our cousin Kim and her husband Ralph. They had an engagement this past weekend. We was there. And one of the half of the Grit and Grind was getting this two-step
Yeah,
on.
I do a little Jerusalem slide.
Is that what you was doing?
Jerusalem slide, you know, I know I do little boots on the ground. Hey,
Boots on the ground.
Grit and Grind, baby.
Where you playing at?
Grit and Grind, family. Y'all see you on the dance floor now. I know the line dance. I get down with them. There's time for that favorite part of the Grit and Grind, the quick picks right here on the Grit and Grind. Darryl, we got some great games right here in the eastern side of North Carolina and the Sand Hills that we'll be making picks on. Our first game, Darryl. Before we look at our first game, we got to see how we did last week.
Woo.
Still in the driver's seat.
I tell you, I got to stop that picking with the heart.
Still in the driver's seat. Oh, I'm definitely in the driver's seat.
You're in the driver's seat now. I got to get focused now. Now it's getting real.
Getting real. You better do something now. Our first game, Darryl, right here in our backyard in Nash County. Nash Central versus Southern Nash.
Another big time game. This game, another game for the Grit and Grind.
Grit and Grind Nash County Championship. Nash Central, I said earlier, has had the hardest non-conference schedule between them and Wilson Prill. I don't know who's non-conference schedule was the hardest.
I'm going to go Southern Nash, though. This is going to be a tough game. It's a rival game, backyard community, but I'm going to go Southern Nash for the win on this.
I'm going to go Southern Nash for the win on this one, too, Darryl.
But it was close last year.
It was very close. Hey, don't be surprised with Nash Central now. Our next game, Darryl. Rocky Mount versus Vance County. Little return match right here.
Yeah, just a
All
little
these teams
return
get
match.
together. It's always a good
Yeah,
game.
good game. Vance County had a tough loss last week.
They did.
Guys, I picked Vance County.
They did.
And you had Jordan.
I had Jordan to win that game.
All right, but I'm going to go Rocky Mount.
I'm going to go to Griffons and Rocky Mount. I think Coach Valdez, they cooking right now over there. They got something going to Rocky Mount. Keep your eye on the Griffons Greek ground. Our next game, Daryl, will be Northwest Halifax versus North Edgecombe. Good old school 1A football at its finest.
I'm going to go North Edgecombe.
I'm going to go Northwest Halifax. I think I watched
You got Halifax on
I
that?
watched them in that jamboree.
Okay.
And they got a quarterback over there. Looks pretty good. He looks pretty good. Our next game, Daryl, we got Greene Central. Welcome to the grit and grind. That helmet is on the way. Versus North Pitt. We heard Coach Wilson talk about this game. They were able to upset North Pitt a few years ago when North Pitt was undefeated. Can Greene Central continue the undefeated streak, or will the North Pitt Panthers put their first loss on Greene Central?
The way Coach Wilson got those guys playing right now,
You
I mean,
gotta dig that trench. You gotta dig that trench.
They dig the trench. They know what to do. I'm going Greene Central this.
I got to go with Coach Wilson, Greene Central. I think Greene Central continues to run.
Yeah.
Keep your eye on the Rams of Greene Central. They're making some noise over here. Our next game, Daryl, will be Wilson Hunt versus the South Garner Titans. I got it wrong last week. I said Trojans, but I had to make sure I get it right. The South Garner Titans.
Yeah, Titans.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Not remember the Titans, but Titans.
I'm going Hunt.
I'm going South Garner.
What?
Going South Garner.
Okay.
Bounce back win, right?
All right,
South Garner on the bounce back
okay,
win.
bounce back.
Our next game there will be Fight versus Ashley. We've been talking about Fight all this week.
Fight had a tough loss last week.
Talking about what Coach Rocky's been doing over there.
Been doing some good things. Got the guys playing good football.
Coach Lofton over there, they're doing some good stuff.
I'm going to go Fight.
If anybody can have a bounce back win this year, it's Fight. I'm telling you, keep your eyes out on Wilson Fight. Taylor playing good football over there. Give me Wilson Fight for the win. Our next game, Daryl, another team, a big game.
Whew.
A team that's looking to bounce back because they need a win.
They need a win, but
a
this
team
is a
that had
tough
a
team to
deep
get a
run
win
last
on.
year. Northeastern Eagles coming out of Elizabeth City to come to the jungle to play the Wilson Prep Tigers at the jungle.
This is a tough game right here
Real
for
tough game.
Wilson Prep because Northeastern, they love to throw that ball.
They throw the ball.
They get it all over the field.
They run it.
Yeah. I'm going Northeastern.
I got to go to Eagles of Northeastern. I see what they can do. Wilson Prep, once you get out of non-conference,
I think they'll be all right.
they're going to be all right. Another team looking to bounce back win because a game that they were heavy favorite to win against Eastern Wayne. Eastern Wayne is a 5A, 4A school, I believe, one of them. Shot at CBA Con. This Eastern Wayne team is good. I've been hearing good things about Eastern Wayne, that the Warriors are back. To beat CBA Con at home in Eastern Wayne, that's a big win for that program.
And
ACOT's playing another one of their cross-county rivals, Goldsboro.
And I think ACOT is going to bounce back, and I'm going ACOT for the win on this one.
You know what's going to happen in this game?
What's that?
ACOT going to crank up the air raid offense. You're going to see them throw for 400 yards in this game. ACOT for the win. Our next game, Daryl, a good game in the 919 in that little Eastern Wake area I call
This is a good game. Both teams had losses last week.
They did.
Tough losses.
Tough loss. Samson just could not get over that Broughton curse.
Yeah.
They can't get over it.
That's a big one for them. But I'm going to go Sanderson on this.
I'm going to go Samson on this
one.
Samson gets a win on this one. Coach German gets back in the win.
Get back in the win.
Our next game there, Roanoke Rapids versus Passatank County.
All right. Say that 3 times.
Passatank County. Passatank County.
Passatank County. You know I'll mess up a name in a minute. So.
I cannot. I'm not going to try to say it a 4th time, so that's what I'm going to say. Roanoke Rapids
That's
for the
what
win.
I'm say. I'm going Roanoke Rapids.
Come on, Yellow Jackets. Roanoke Rapids. We're going to get ready to call y'all. Our next game there, big game.
This is a big measuring
This
game
is a cross-county rivalry right here. Both these teams close to each other.
Yeah, very close.
Bun versus Eastway. Bun did something that I didn't see coming.
Right.
We didn't see coming. They beat J.L. Webb, a good J.L. Webb team.
They put
up 65 points on J.L. Webb. Coach Andre down there at Bun.
He's got him playing. And that's something we talked about earlier in the season.
We talked about
what Coach Andre has done with Bun.
He said he wanted to
bringing
get
that
old
old
Bun
school pride back, and they playing like that
they
right
playing
now.
Like, Coach Andre, we got to call you.
It's gonna be. I think this is gonna be a close game. It's gonna come down to the fourth quarter, but I think Bun will be able to pull it out. I'm gonna go Bun.
I gotta go Bun. I think Bun's got something special down there
Yeah.
in Bun, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Coach Andre, we got to call you talking about little Bun. Another game in Franklin County.
Big-time game in Franklin County.
This is big.
This is it.
This is the game.
You got the bird.
Bird.
I don't know
Coach
why I want to
Andre.
do the bird.
Versus the Franklin Red Rams. Tough game right here. These three Franklin County teams between Bun, Frankton, and Louisburg, when they play, it's old school, hard-hitting football at its finest.
Yes. Franklin's playing some great football right now.
Frankton playing good. Louisburg playing good. Louisburg 2-0.
2-0.
You got DeAndre, who was the ground player of the week this week.
Ground player of the week.
It's hard pick.
This is hard. I'm gonna go Louisburg though.
Final
I'm gonna go Louisburg. Louisburg for the upset.
Upset.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be close. Franklin's got a lot of offense. And their defense is big.
They're playing good.
They're playing good, but I'm gonna go Louisburg.
Louisburg won that game. No, they didn't win last year.
Yeah, no.
Red Rams, Ram Nation, stand up. I got to go with Frankton.
You going Frankton? Okay.
Bad as I want to go to Louisburg, I'm going to split with you. That's going to be the split one. The separators in this week's week. I'm going to Rams and Frankton to win. Our next game, Daryl, Warren County. Playing some good football.
Warren County's back, had that big win against JF Webb.
They did.
Bounce back, got the grit and grind.
Battle I-85
trophy.
Coming off a good rest period. They're ready to play. They got South Granville.
Yep.
And I said earlier about when I was talking to Hoke County.
Yeah.
South Granville, listen to me. Tempo with Warren County is the key to this victory.
Yeah.
If you want to beat them, slow them down, because when BJ gets those running backs going, it's hard to stop Warren County. They get going.
To stop them. So, but I'm going Warren County for the
I
win.
got to go with Warren County, Coach BJ for the win on that one. Give me Warren County. Our next game, Daryl, this team needs a bounce back win right here. JF Webb versus Moorhead. Big game for JF Webb. At the Webb.
At the Webb. Yeah, they definitely need a win, and I think Coach Gaine's gonna have those guys ready to play.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm going JF Webb for the win.
Give me JF Webb for the win. I'm like you. Coach Gaine gets these guys ready for conference play. Big win for JF Webb. Our next game, Daryl, will be Princeton versus North Johnson. 2-1 Princeton versus 3-0 North Johnson. So if you're in the JoCo area, this is a good game to keep your eyes on to go check out.
Yeah, definitely.
Two good teams right here playing good football.
Good football. I'm going North Johnson for the win on this one.
North Johnson.
I'm going North Johnson.
Final answer.
Final answer.
North Johnson
North
Panthers.
Johnson. I know you didn't see it coming.
North Johnson Panthers.
I'm going.
Beat Princeton.
That's what I'm going for. I'm going North Johnson.
Not so fast, my friend.
I'm putting myself out there.
No, sir. Princeton will win this game. I'm going Princeton. I'm going Princeton for the win. Our next game, Daryl, another big game right here in the JoCo County area. Cleveland coming off a big, impressive win over Northern Ash, 3-0 versus the hot 3-0 New Bern Bears.
I saw the Bears this summer up there in Durham in the Jamboree, and they look good.
They look good.
I mean, they played Roseville. They didn't play a lot of the starters in the game, but New Bern looked good.
They're the real deal.
I think, they're the real deal. I'm going to go New Bern.
New Bern.
I'm going New Bern for the win.
I'm sticking with Cleveland. I saw what Cleveland did. I went back and watched that Cleveland Northern Ash game. Cleveland looks good. Cleveland's the real deal. I'm taking Cleveland on this one. Our next game, Daryl, let's stay right here in Johnson County. Clayton Commons versus West Johnson.
Oh, that's C-Town.
C-Town.
All right, I'm going Clayton.
Are you going to spell it?
Yeah, now I'll let you do that.
C-O-M-E-T-S, Clayton Commons for the win. Our next game, Daryl, we're going to go over to the 704. West Charlotte versus Providence.
This is a big time win for West Charlotte.
West Charlotte has lost 2 games in overtime this season.
2 close games.
2 very close games.
But Providence is a lot right now.
A lot.
They playing some good football.
Good football.
I'm gonna go Providence.
I'm gonna take West Charlotte.
You got
I think West Charlotte bounce back and get a win on this game.
Okay.
Our next game down, Heritage versus Williams right here. Another good game. Williams one of those schools you don't hear about till you get to playoff time.
Right, definitely. I'm going Heritage on this.
I'm going Williams for the win on this one. Now there's time for the marquee game of the week. Southeast Raleigh versus Cardinal Gibbons. Both teams 3-0. Big game in the 9-1-9.
Big time game. Southeast Raleigh, Rock Quarry Road area.
Crusaders coming over there by PNC to come play this game on Rock Quarry Road.
Yeah, this is going to be a big time game in that area. I'm going to go Southeast Raleigh. I think they're gonna have the momentum. It's gonna be electric as far as the fans out there, everything. I think the guys gonna play good. So I'm going Southeast Raleigh for the win.
If this game was at Cardinal Gibbons, I could make a pick. But being this game is at Southeast Raleigh, I'm going with the home team. Give me Southeast Raleigh to upset Cardinal Gibbons by 3 points.
Oh, you got 3 points on
By
it?
3 points on it.
Okay, all right.
Our next game time for the Grit and Grind.
Prime time.
Game of the week. As you know, me and Daryl will be at this game, and they'll be playing for our annual trophy to give to the winner of this game. So me and Daryl will not be making a pick, but I have with us my good friend from Boom Broadcasting, no other than Mr. Shannon Smith, better known as Podcast Smitty, who's going to give you his pick and his take on this game. Shannon, give us a quick hit.
What's good, Eastern North Carolina? What's good, Grit and Grind podcast and all the high school football fans out there? I'm Shannon Smith, aka Podcast Smitty. I am a fan of sport and I'm your guest picker for the Grit and Grind game of the week. Catch me on Thursdays talking Carolina Panthers football in the Cat Cave with my man D White on the Tobacco Sports Radio's YouTube channel, and on Boom Broadcasting every Friday, having some unique sports conversations on my podcast called Quick Hits. Now let's get to the game. Hoke County is up against 71st High School. The Hoke County Fighting Elks had a great game before the bye week, getting their first win, but I don't think they have enough for this offensive firepower on the offensive line with Jason Franklin and Sean Pond Jr. running the football. Give me 71st High School for the win this week. Thank you, Daryl, and thank you to my man Sean Lucas for the opportunity. Let's enjoy some high school football.
Daryl, we just heard from my boy Podcast City.
He said it.
He said it. He's taking 71st, and right now our guest pickers is 1-0.
Right.
Coach Bo picked the game last 2 weeks ago with Warren County. Jed Webb, he picked Warren County. So will Shannon continue the undefeated streak? Will Hoke County say, not so fast, Podcast Smitty? Pump the brakes. The Fighting Bucks of Hoke County are here to win this trophy and take back to Rayford, North Carolina. Daryl, I can't wait.
Can't wait. We're going to be down there Friday. You know how it is when we come. It's like our second home down there in Fayetteville and the Hoke County area. So we just ready to get down there and just enjoy the whole festivity.
We enjoy every minute when we're down in Hoke County, 71st, hanging out with some of my good friends down there. As always, there, we want to thank you for watching the Grit and Grind today. And as always, you can watch the Grit and Grind on our Studio 67 NCC on YouTube. Also follow Studio 67 NCC on Instagram so you can keep up with the Grit and Grind and all things that's going on with Studio 67 NCC. Then jump over to the Grit and Grind Podcast NC on our Instagram and follow us. I'm telling all the fans of Grit and Grind, we need about now maybe 75 more people. See, the numbers keep going down every week.
Yeah, I hear you.
About 75 more people to like Grit and Grind, and then we can give you Grit and Grind not only on YouTube, but simultaneously on our Instagram account. 75 people watch this show. Go to Instagram, subscribe to us so we can get Grit and Grind on Instagram. And then guess what, Daryl?
What's that?
You're in traffic.
Yes, I am.
You're going to the weight game.
Every day.
You're getting ready to go see this Cardinal Gibbons game.
I'm driving there right now.
To go see them play Southeast Raleigh.
Yep.
On Rock Quarry Road. And you know what you say while you're stuck in traffic? I need something to do. I don't want to listen to the radio.
I don't want to listen to the radio.
But we don't want you to watch Grit and Grind and drive.
Don't do that.
Please don't do that. So what you can do is go to Studio 67 on Amazon Music and Spotify and listen to the audio version of the Grit and Grind right here. Same show, but guess what, Daryl? Just without the video.
Just you can't see us.
Just can't see us. Don't drive and watch Grit and Grind. Do it the right way. Listen to the podcast. Now, we want to thank Greene Central and Coach Wilson once again for donating the helmet to the Grit and Grind.
Yep.
And Daryl, if you do not see your helmet on this show, alumni, fans of the Grit and Grind, head coaches, athletic directors, school administration, Board of Education, if you don't see your helmet, reach out to Grit and Grind Podcast NC on our Instagram, send us a message, and we will find a way to come get your helmet. Because as we say every week, Daryl, the Grit and Grind is, guess what?
What's that?
Coast to coast.
Coast to coast.
Live, post to post.
Post to post.
And we definitely want to make sure that we get in contact with Richmond High School, Scotland High, and Northside Pinetown. We've been hearing from the fan base down there. They want to see their helmets on the Grit and Grind. So reach out to us so we can figure out how we can connect to get those helmets. Well, Daryl, I'm ready for Friday night.
Yep, I'm ready to go.
I can't even say Battle I-95, Battle 401.
401, that's what it is.
The grit and grind will be there, but as always, Daryl, do you have the grit?
And do you have the grind?
And we'll see you next week on the Grit and Grind.